Hi, welcome to the Urban Outdoorsman SoCal video. My name is Danny Milton, and today I'm at Santiago Oaks doing a little camera testing. The DJI Action 4 just came out recently, and I got mine from Best Buy just yesterday. So took it home, charged it up, went through all the menus, got all the settings correct. So they're matching my A3, which is right here. I'm just gonna be doing some initial thoughts on the camera, showing you guys a little bit comparison footage between the two cameras. So we're gonna do a couple of runs here. The first run is just gonna have everything set to auto. There's no EV adjustment, there's no ISO adjustment, no shutter speed adjustment. Everything's in auto mode. The exposure, everything, the white balance, all that stuff is all in auto mode, just to show you guys how each camera is going to do with just those basic settings. So in the second run, I'm going to have my settings on the cameras on the A3, the settings that I've been running. I will show you guys all of those settings on the screen from the A3 right here. Just a couple of tweaks here and there, you know, setting the EV a little bit lower so you don't get so many bright spots. Having the ISO set to a certain level so it's not going too high. I'll also put those settings for the A4 on the screen as well, so when we're switching back and forth, you guys can see the difference. This is just going to be an initial run. I'm going to do a full in-depth video in the coming weeks. Like I said, just got the camera yesterday, so I got to put it through its paces and see how it's going to do. I'm also going to put the camera on the mount and talk to it a little bit so we can check the, you know, the close focus distance. That was a problem that the A3 was having when it first came out. That was fixed later through software updates and the 10-bit color as well. Yeah, so let's get on the bike and have some fun. Quickly, as a side note, if you really want to see how well these cameras are doing comparatively as far as image quality goes, make sure you're watching this video in 4K on a 4K screen. You know, if you're watching this video and it's only like 244 a bit compared to like 4K or even 1080p, you're not going to see all the difference in the details. So definitely try to crank it all the way up to 4K, and a 4K monitor as well will definitely help show the difference of the clarity and the sharpness of both of these cameras. All right, second run, the A3 and the A4, going down Yucca again. Hopefully the camera angle's good. And we got both cameras on the same settings. Just kind of cruising, not going for any PRs or anything like that today. I do want to talk a little bit because if you've watched any of my videos, I do a lot of talking, especially in review videos like this while I'm riding, because I want to hear what it sounds like. I want to hear if my voice is going to get picked up well. These cameras are right in front of my face, so should be able to pick up my voice. Let's be quiet for a minute. Let's see how the sound is just picking up the tires on the road. The A4 wind reduction is supposed to be improved. We'll see how that is. I mean, we're not breaking any records right now, but we're moving. I can hear the wind in my ears. All right, run number 2 with the custom settings. Let's see if we can open it up a little bit. Get a true test of the wind reduction. I mean, not on this part, because this part always sketches me out. It's always a little loose, a little off camber. We'll get going a little quicker here. Like I said, custom settings, both cameras. Put that up on screen, show you guys what I'm talking about. Both cameras are 4K 24 with the Rocksteady. But past that, there's a bunch of custom settings I like to run. Oh, this bike is a dream. It's running so good right now. Oh yeah. Thank you. All right, run number 2 in the books. Okay, so a pretty good first day testing the DJI Action 4. I'm talking to you on it right now. I've got it on my little handheld tripod here. See how the close focus is working, make sure everything's working there. I've got it on horizon balance, so that's not gonna change anything even though I'm turning the camera side to side. To see how it's working, see if we can see the logo on my hat pretty good. When the DJI Action 3 first came out, this is where it had a problem kind of focusing a little bit. The camera is cross-compatible with the batteries and the cases from the A3. I have confirmed that. Right now I actually have an A3 battery in this A4. The aftermarket cage that I bought for my A3, the A4 fits in just fine. I haven't tried the ND filters I have, but I would assume those are the same as well. Okay, so far what I've noticed from the little bit of testing I've done with the A3 and the A4 is the picture quality on the A4 is definitely looking a little bit cleaner, a little bit sharper. That could just be because the camera is recording at a higher shutter speed. The A4 image definitely looks darker overall, but also looks a little bit better. The A3 image is a little too bright, like the highlights are a little too bright. You know, if you can look up and see some of the clouds, they're kind of glowing a little bit, where on the A4, the overall kind of exposure of the image itself is a little bit darker and everything looks a little bit more crisp. The biggest thing that I've noticed comparing the A3 and the A4 compared to just the overall image brightness look is that the A4 is definitely catching more wind noise. So the wind noise on the A4 isn't as muted. These first runs, I didn't have anything on the cameras at all, had them side by side. So I did one run with the A4 on the front of my helmet, just like it is here, all by itself, nothing covering any of the microphones. Just to make sure that it wasn't catching kind of like wind noise coming off of the A3 when they were next to, you know, side by side to each other. Also did a run with my small rig cage on there, and I have one little foam piece between the cage and the camera covering this mic right here, and that's the way I've been running the A3 for the past, like 6 months, and that's helped a lot with the wind noise. So we'll check that out and see if that's helping the A4. All right, first run, second day. Got the small rig housing on the A4, just the A4 on my chin bar right now. It's got the little foam insert to block the top, block one of the top microphones. A little windier today. All right, second run, A4 naked, no wind muff, anything by itself, just the A4 on the chin bar. Same run. Okay, so far I'm really happy with the results I'm getting out of the A4. The larger sensor in the A4 is definitely giving us a sharper image overall. The kind of the color contrast, or like the brightness, is also coming out a little bit better. It's a little bit dimmer overall, but it's definitely blocking out a lot of those highlights just kind of naturally, where typically I would have to go into like Premiere Pro or something like that and drop down those highlights. The camera's already doing it for me, directly out of the camera with maybe just a few tweaks here and there. The sound quality is definitely better with my small rig cage on and the foam piece covering the top microphone. That's the way I've been running the A3 as well. Just naked by itself, it's doing an okay job. I would definitely say so far the A3 comparatively is doing a better job, just kind of canceling out that noise. Just camera by itself, completely naked, nothing covering any of the microphones at all. I'm going to do a full review video of it, and also to do another video showing you all of my kind of, best settings that I use for like mountain biking, things like that. That's a whole nother discussion. I mean, I could talk about that forever, talking about shutter speed and ISO and color balance, all that kind of stuff. So definitely stay tuned for those upcoming videos. I'll also be doing a comparative video with the A4 compared to the GoPro Hero 11. The GoPro Hero 12 is not out yet as the time I'm recording this. This is middle of August right now. The GoPro 12 will probably be coming out sometime next month. So when that comes out, I'll also compare it to the GoPro 12, but right now all we have is the 11. So do all that fun stuff for me, please. Smash that like button, share, comment, definitely subscribe. If you're having any problems with your A4 or A3, or if you love it, don't love it, whatever, leave me some comments down below. Try to help you guys out as best I can. Last but not least, click on one of the buttons in the corners here. One will take you to probably my A3 or A4 playlist. That one to a favorite video. You can click the logo in that corner, the Urban Outdoorsman SoCal logo, to subscribe. Thanks a lot.